Hello everyone and good morning. My name is Elena Riley. Thank you for joining me very much this morning on the First Alert 6 Alert Center. This morning I have some breaking news for you to go over on our website as well as some other top headlines. So let's get into it. We'll head over to First Alert 6 on our website here. All of our top stories, as well as we scroll down a little bit to my top headlines of the day. First off though, this morning, let me get this video pulled up. Alrighty, here we see that one person is injured after a crash in La Vista this morning. Happened just before 6 a.m. in the area of Eastport Parkway as well as Giles Road. Police dispatch, we spoke with them. They tell us these initial reports show the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So good news there, shouldn't be too bad. And the crash did cause some delays during the morning commute. Of course, Jarrett told us about that with his traffic updates for us. Other than that, I have our other top headlines. Things to get you in the know, you know what's going on to start your week. So this morning crews are still making progress after storms that happened early Saturday in the metro left nearly 40,000 people without power. So early this morning, the Omaha Public Power District's outage map showed that just under 1,000 customers had no power. And the map indicated that around 614 in Washington County, 205 in Douglas County, 141 in Saunders counties were without power this morning. We'll get another check on that here in a minute, but that was a lot of the damage. This is from Blair, a lot of that storm damage that happened over the weekend. I know I was woken up by that. I don't know about you guys, but wow. OPPD, they were out, they said out in full force in the aftermath, working to restore power on Saturday to customers across their service area. And in their latest report, they say that there will be an update this morning, so excited to give you that update, get you in the know on that. If you have an outage, you can report it online to OPPD or else through their Connect app or by calling their number. Have that here listed in our web story. We'll head back over to our website, take another check at the outage map, see what's going on right now. Oh, so a little over 1,000 actually right now in this update. So as you can see, they're pretty scattered here in the viewing area, as well as OPPD's area that they cover. Pretty scattered, but yeah, still a good amount in Washington County. That is the hardest hit right now by these outages. So we'll have updates. Hopefully that one I talked about from OPPD. Next, I have more on these tree debris drop-off sites. So those that have tree debris to drop off following these storms can visit one of the drop-off sites around the metro today. So officials say that the site, Tahazuka Park at Elkhorn Drive in Elkhorn, will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. Another site, Heflinger Park, will be open from noon to 7 today. There are 3 drop-off locations for residents of Blair. Of course, that hard-hit place we talked about. 3rd Avenue in Colfax, parking lot of Veterans Memorial Baseball Field, and the parking lot at Hanson and Angel Share Drives, as well as the Gretna Crossing Soccer Complex will be available until further notice. And as you see here in this video, wow, there was some really long lines over the weekend. We chatted with some people from Elkhorn. At that location, they said they are expressing some frustration with us over these wait times. You see that really long line there. We're told that some had to wait in line for over 2 hours at this Elkhorn location just to get their debris dropped off. So be mindful of that. Thankfully, there are some more open today, so we're hoping to see some better reviews on that. Get people what they need to do. All right, my next headline this morning is that the Omaha Police Department has named the 2 victims in a deadly 2-vehicle crash that happened last Friday. So OPD said in a release late Sunday that 10-year-old Melissa Ahanel Suar and 18-year-old Jose Ahanel Suar died in this crash. They are both from Fremont. This crash happened on Pacific Street near the Interstate 680 interchange shortly before 12:45 p.m. on Friday. And these two vehicles involved in the crash was a 17 Chevrolet Silverado with one driver and a 2019 Toyota Highlander carrying 7 people. OPD confirmed with us that the 5 passengers in the Toyota were sent to local hospitals, and the driver of the Chevrolet received just minor injuries from this. But the 2 others that I mentioned earlier, they were in the Toyota as well. They were pronounced dead at the scene on Friday. Next, we have some damage, some video from the state penitentiary in Lincoln. Wow. Look at that. So these storms we've been chatting about, they left extensive roof damage to 2 different housing units at the state pen. The damage occurred at about 5:15 a.m. on Saturday. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries to anyone, and all impacted individuals were safely relocated at different spots. So this is about 250 inmates. They say they're moved to the gym as well as other available housing. Other inmates were sent to here in Omaha to the correctional center as well as the state prison in Tecumseh. Wow, there's some crazy video we have here. Director Rob Jeffrey says, in corrections, we train for the unexpected. He says the team at NSP and across NDCS came together quickly. They immediately worked to make sure everyone was safe during and after this natural disaster. And we were also told that contractors will start looking at the extent of this damage today, and that in some initial estimates indicate that repairs will take at least a month. So we're looking at that for some repairs, but some very crazy damage there. My next headline will head over to me here at the Alert Center. So happening today, Papillion La Vista Community Schools will open a facility for its Young Adult Transition Program. So we're told this program is intended to help district students with disabilities. These are age 18 to 21-year-old people, just hoping that they become more independent, helping them for that. This facility is set to be located just west of Liberty Middle School. They say in the release that they sent us that there will be accessible spaces, including an apartment setup with kitchens for hands-on learning and life skills. So great news there. Nice new facility there. A ribbon cutting ceremony will start at 4 p.m. today. I have the location here. Oh yes, at 10790 Whitmas Drive. There in that area, near Liberty Middle School. Lastly, it is back to school season. We have the latest on that. Got some video from our... Oh, so sorry about that. That was a little loud. Alrighty, some video from our back to school drive. So getting ready back to school. Monday, of course, today is kicking off the start of the school year, 2025 to 2026, for some students here in the Metro. This is Ralston and Creighton Prep. They will welcome in their 9th grade students for their first day today. And then on Tuesday, it is Millard, Elkhorn, and some of the Papillion La Vista students will start school. Westside started last Thursday, as well as students at Bellevue East and West headed back to class last Friday, so they're starting kind of their little second week here. Ralston and Creighton Prep, wow, at least we got the 9th graders in there starting high school for some. And then Omaha Public Schools, which is of course in here the largest district in Nebraska, they're going to start welcoming their students on Wednesday. So here in a couple days, I got a couple days left, but great. That is all the headlines I have for you this morning. I bring you this web story with our top stories around 6 a.m. Every weekday, as well as this live stream around 8 to 9 a.m. To get you started with your day. So thank you very much for joining me. Tune into our newscasts as well as our weather updates to keep you updated on what we have going on here. So thank you, everyone, and have a great Monday.